Let's face it, being a Sigma male isn't easy. They're always breaking the norms and doing things their own way. And that got me thinking, what are some things that Sigma males would never do? Well, here we are with the top 10 things Sigma males will never do. Are you excited? Let's dive in. Number 10. Constantly touching his genitalia.
Yeah, boy, ow, man.
You see, I know this is vulgar, but it is a fact. I can confidently say that constantly touching your genitalia in public is not only inappropriate, but also a huge turnoff for people around you. Not to mention, it's also incredibly unhygienic. Think about it. How would you feel if you saw someone constantly fidgeting with their private parts in public? As Sigma males, we value our independence and self-control. We don't feel the need to constantly touch ourselves or seek attention in such an immature way. Instead, we command respect through our actions and behavior. Plus, constantly adjusting your genitalia in public can be a sign of insecurity and a lack of confidence. It's like you're trying to prove something to the world, but instead you're just drawing unwanted attention to yourself. Number 9. Manspreading. First things first, let's define what manspreading is. For those who aren't familiar with the term, it's when a guy sits down and spreads his leg as wide as humanly possible, taking up as much space as he can. You see, manspreading is more than just an annoying habit. It's a sign of something much deeper. When a guy sits down and spreads his legs like he's taking up an entire subway car, he's essentially saying that he is entitled to this space, and he doesn't care who he inconveniences in the process. And let's be real, that kind of attitude is not a good look for anyone. Number 8. Talking loudly. Alright, you might be confused. Let me tell you why talking loudly in public is such a big no-no. First of all, it goes against the very nature of what a Sigma male stands for: independence and self-sufficiency. When you talk loudly in public, you're drawing attention to yourself and seeking validation from others. And that's not something a Sigma male does. Secondly, it's important to remember that we're not the only ones in public spaces. There are other people around us trying to go about their day, and they deserve to do so without being disturbed. By talking loudly, we're infringing on their space and showing a lack of respect. Lastly, let's be real. Talking loudly in public just makes you look like a bit of a fool. It's not a good look, and it's not something that's gonna earn you any respect from others. If anything, it's going to make people avoid you. Number 7. Humiliating someone.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro? You tripping!
You see, it all comes down to respect. Sigma males understand the value of respecting others and treating them the way they would want to be treated. Humiliating someone in public is a complete lack of respect and disregards the feelings and dignity of the person being humiliated. But let's be real, sometimes it can be tempting to make a joke at someone else's expense, especially in front of others. It might even make us feel better about ourselves temporarily. But what kind of person does that make us? A Sigma male knows the true confidence doesn't come from putting others down, but rather from being secure in oneself and lifting others up. Humiliating someone in public also says a lot about the kind of person we are. It shows that we lack empathy and are willing to sacrifice someone else's feelings for our own amusement. It's important to remember that we never know what someone else might be going through, and adding public humiliation to their troubles could be the tipping point for them. Number 6. Cutting in line.
What the fuck?
Now, cutting in line also shows a lack of empathy and self-awareness. When someone cuts in line, they're basically saying that their own time is more important than anyone else's. They're not thinking about how their actions might affect the people around them. They're just focused on getting what they want as quickly as possible. And that's not a good look for anyone, let alone a Sigma male. And we all know that a Sigma male is someone who values independence and self-sufficiency. They don't need to cut in line to get what they want. They're confident enough in themselves and their abilities to wait their turn like everyone else. They don't need to prove anything to anyone by pushing their way to the front of the line. But beyond that, a Sigma male is also someone who values respect and dignity. They understand that everyone deserves to be treated with kindness and consideration, regardless of their social status or position in line. Number 5. Eating noisily. Think about it, guys. When you're in a public space, be it a restaurant or a cafe, there are other people around you. And those people are trying to enjoy their meals or conversations in peace. The last thing they want to hear is the loud, slurping, smacking sounds of someone else's food. It's just not a pleasant experience, and it can ruin their entire meal. Not only is it disruptive to those around you, but it's also quite rude. Eating noisily in public shows a lack of consideration for others and their feelings. It's like saying, I don't care if I'm bothering you, I'm going to do what I want. And let's face it, that's not a very cool attitude to have, right? And a Sigma male wouldn't feel the urge to do that naturally. Number 4, making a scene. As a Sigma male, you'd always want to exude confidence and control, not anger and frustration. People are more likely to respect you when you handle difficult situations with composure and tact. It's not about being a pushover, it's about being in control of your emotions and actions. So it's always an obvious choice to avoid making a scene in public. Number 3, being glued onto their phones.
No! God, please, no! No!
First off, let's talk about why we even have phones in the first place. Sure, they're great for staying connected with loved ones and getting work done on the go, but they can also be a major distraction. When you're constantly scrolling through social media or texting with friends, you're not fully present at the moment. And being present is key to living a fulfilling life. And that exactly is what you would focus on as a Sigma, to involve at the moment fully. Now, if you have a reason for boredom, let me tell you this, it's not a great way to kill time. A true Sigma male knows how to be comfortable in silence and embrace the moment. Instead of filling that downtime with mindless scrolling, take a look around you. Observe your surroundings, people watch, or even strike up a conversation with someone nearby. You never know what interesting things you might learn. Plus, let's be real here. Being glued to your phone in public just looks silly. Have you ever been out to dinner with someone who spends the entire time staring at their screen? It's not exactly the most attractive look. And as a Sigma male, you want to present yourself in the best possible light. Put down the phone and engage with the people around you. You'll come across as more confident, charismatic, and well-liked. Number 2, giving in to peer pressure. You see, when you give in to peer pressure, you're essentially letting other people dictate your actions and decisions. You're sacrificing your individuality and conforming to the norms of the group. But here's the thing, true happiness and success can only come from being true to yourself and staying true to your own values and beliefs. When you give in to peer pressure, you're compromising on that. You're essentially selling yourself short. Finally, you have number 1, pretending to be someone they're not.
Oh, hell no!
Alright, I get it. You might be confused here a bit. But you see, when in a gathering, you can find people pretending to be someone they're not, as if in a higher position, both financially and culturally. The thing is, Sigma males just don't see the point. They're comfortable in their own skin and don't feel the need to put on any kind of act or facade. They're authentic, genuine, and don't waste their time trying to be someone they're not. Think about it. When you pretend to be someone you're not, you're essentially lying to the world. You're not showing your true self, and you're not giving people a chance to know the real you. Sigma males understand that authenticity is key, and that the people who matter will accept them for who they are. But it's not just about being honest with others, it's also about being honest with yourself. When you pretend to be someone you're not just deceiving others, you're deceiving yourself. You're denying who you really are and what you really want in life. Sigma males know what they want, and they go after it without any pretenses or false personas. Alright guys, we've just covered the 10 things that Sigma males will never do. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. And to all my fellow Sigma males out there, keep doing you. You're amazing just the way you are, and you don't need anyone else's approval to validate that. So stay strong, stay true, and keep being the awesome, independent individuals that you are. Anyway, see you around. Until then, stay tuned.